What if I told you that you could stop simply reacting to life and start designing it? Imagine having a clear map for your future, a blueprint for your dream life. Sound impossible? It's not. It's called strategic thinking, and it's a skill you can learn and develop just like building a muscle. Welcome to English Journey. I'm Celine, and on this channel, we believe in helping you grow personally while mastering English. We release new videos every day to help English learners like you improve your English and change your life. If you're ready to take control of your future and boost your English skills at the same time, please give this video a like and subscribe to our channel. Stick around until the end for a recap of our key takeaways and a short quiz to test your understanding. You won't want to miss it. Use strategic thinking to design your life. Most people spend their days solving problems as they appear. This is called tactical thinking. Tactical thinking keeps you stuck in a loop of solving problems without getting ahead. Think of it like a game of chess. A beginner only sees the next move. That's tactical. But a grandmaster sees patterns, positions, and possibilities many moves ahead. That's strategic. The same idea applies to your life. Strategic thinking means you step back from daily problems to see the big picture. Instead of asking, "How do I solve this problem?" you ask, "Why does this problem keep happening?" Instead of asking, "What should I do today?" you ask, "Where do I want to be in 5 years?" Strategic thinking is not a special gift. It's a skill you can develop. Every time you pause before reacting, every time you consider long-term effects, every time you look for patterns instead of single events, you are making your strategic thinking stronger. Successful people don't just react to life, they design it. They don't just solve problems, they prevent them. They don't just take opportunities, they create them. Ready to learn how to shift from tactical to strategic thinking? This is not just another skill. It's a master skill that can improve every area of your life. Chapter 1. Personal Strategic Analysis. Imagine you are the CEO of your own life. Every CEO needs to know their company's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. You need to know yours, too. This is personal strategic analysis. Many people might think, "I am good at math," or "I am creative." But strategic thinking goes deeper. That creativity isn't just about art, it's about seeing solutions where others see problems. That math skill isn't just about numbers, it's about understanding complex systems. First, look at your past successes. Don't just list them. Find the patterns. Did you succeed because you thought differently? Because you kept trying longer? Because you connected ideas others missed? Next, examine your challenges. See them not as failures, but as information. Every setback shows you something important about your current way of doing things. The goal is not to judge yourself. The goal is to understand how you operate. When you truly understand your strategic position, you can make choices that use your strengths, improve your weaknesses, and find opportunities others miss. Chapter 2. Strategic Vision Development. Most people live life like they are building a house without a plan. They just add bricks and hope a dream home appears. But strategic vision development is about creating that plan. Your future is not something that just happens to you. It's something you actively design. The best way to design it is to start at the end. Picture yourself 5 years from now. Don't just imagine the obvious things like money, career, or relationships. Go deeper. How do you feel when you wake up? What problems have you solved? What positive effect are you having on others? What skills have you learned completely? Now, take that future image and work backward. If that is your goal, what needs to be true 1 year from now, 6 months from now, next month? Each step backward becomes a goal on your strategic map. What about uncertainty? This is where many people get stuck. They think they need to predict the exact future. The truth is, your vision is not about predicting. It's about direction. It's your North Star, not a GPS route. Your strategic vision becomes a filter for every decision. Should you take that job, move to that city, learn that skill? Your vision gives you the answer. When you know where you are going, every choice becomes clearer. You stop reacting to life and start creating it. Alex Hine, a successful individual who designed his own life, also emphasizes the importance of vision. He advises sitting down and writing what would be the coolest thing that could happen in your life over the next 5 years. This simple act puts you ahead of most people who have no plan or vision for their future. He uses a journal to regularly write down updates for the life he wants to build, starting with a vision just like skyscrapers begin with a picture in someone's head. He has a yearly envisioning process where he writes down the coolest thing that could happen this year with no limitations. He keeps this on his desk and reviews it twice daily. He also uses a pocket journal for ideas and intuitions, and a weekly journal page for reflection on his current path and habits. Finally, he has a digital notebook for his 5 years from today vision, which helps him set general directions for his life, such as moving to a new city, getting married, or publishing a book. He notes that almost all of these things come true, especially with regular review. Chapter 3: Strategic Environment Design. Your environment quietly shapes your decisions every day. Most people try to use only willpower to change their lives, but strategic thinkers design their environment to make success almost automatic. Think about this. If you keep cookies on your desk, you will eat them. That is not a willpower problem. That is an environment problem. The same idea applies to every area of your life. Strategic environment design means setting up your surroundings to make good choices easy and bad choices difficult. Want to read more? Put a book on your pillow and your phone in another room. Want to exercise? Sleep in your gym clothes and put your running shoes by the door. But this goes far beyond just physical spaces. Your digital environment, your friends, your daily routines, these are all environments you can design. Each one either pulls you towards your goals or pushes you away. The most powerful part is that once you set up these environments correctly, good decisions become your natural choice. You are not fighting against your surroundings anymore. You are letting them help you toward your goals. This is not about perfect environments. It's about strategic ones. Every small change adds up. Every default option you adjust shapes your daily choices, and your daily choices shape your entire life. Chapter 4: Resource Optimization. Most people think resources are things you spend, but strategic thinkers know the truth. Resources are things you multiply. When you understand this, everything changes. Think of resources like seeds, not coins. You don't just use time, you invest it. You don't just spend energy, you direct it. You don't just have skills, you make them grow. Here is where it gets interesting. Every resource in your life can create more resources. Knowledge leads to better decisions. Better decisions lead to more opportunities. More opportunities lead to greater resources. It's a powerful cycle. The key is understanding the multiplier effect. When you learn a new skill, it doesn't just add to your abilities, it multiplies them. When you build a strong relationship, it doesn't just add one connection, it opens doors to entire networks. But here's the part most people miss. Resources are not just what you have, they're what you can access. You don't need to own everything. You just need to know how to use what is available. This is not about having more. It's about doing more with what you have. When you use your resources strategically, you create a lot from efficiency. That's how you turn ordinary resources into extraordinary results. Chapter 5. Risk and Uncertainty. Management. Most people see risk as something to avoid, but strategic thinkers understand something different. Risk is not your enemy, it's your opportunity for growth. Think about nature for a moment. Trees that never face wind grow weak and fall in the first storm. But trees that face regular winds grow stronger roots. Your life works the same way. Here's the key difference between average and strategic thinking. Average thinkers try to avoid all risks. Strategic thinkers learn to tell the difference between smart risks and foolish ones. They don't just prepare for things that could go wrong. They position themselves to benefit when things go right. The secret is something called asymmetric risk. That's when your potential positive outcome is much bigger than your potential negative outcome. For example, learning a new skill. The worst case is you waste some time. The best case is you change your entire career. But here's what makes this truly powerful. When you understand risk properly, you start creating backup plans that turn into opportunities. Every plan B becomes another possible path to success. This is not about becoming careless. It's about becoming strong and flexible. When you learn to manage risks strategically, uncertainty stops being scary. Instead, it becomes your greatest source of opportunity. Chapter 6. Growth and Learning Strategies. The way most people learn is completely backward. They chase random skills, hoping something will stick. But strategic learners understand that learning itself is a skill, and it's the most powerful one you can master. Your brain is not just a container for knowledge. It's more like a network where every new thing you learn connects to everything else you know. When you learn strategically, these connections create explosive growth. The secret is something called learning transfer. When you learn one thing deeply, you are actually learning many things at once. Learning chess improves your strategic thinking. Learning music improves your ability to recognize patterns. Learning a new language changes your entire brain. How to make this work for you? Instead of learning random skills, look for what we call meta skills. These are skills that improve your ability to learn all other skills. Things like pattern recognition, mental models, and systematic thinking. These don't just add to your abilities, they multiply them. But here's the real game changer. Growth is not straight. It grows faster and faster. Every new skill you learn makes learning the next skill easier. Every pattern you recognize helps you spot new patterns faster. It's a cycle of continuous improvement. This is not about knowing everything. It's about being someone who can learn anything, anytime, anywhere. In a world that is changing faster every day, the ultimate strategic advantage is not what you know. It's how quickly you can learn. Chapter 7. Relationship and network strategy. Relationships are not just parts of your life. They multiply everything in your life. The most successful people understand something vital. No one succeeds alone. But they don't just build random connections. They build strategic ones. Think of your network like a garden. Every relationship needs the right environment to grow. Some need daily attention. Others grow well with occasional deep connection. The key is not treating everyone the same. It's understanding each relationship's unique nature. Here's what makes this powerful. Every person in your network has their own network. Every skill they have can combine with yours. Every perspective they bring can expand your thinking. But the magic happens when you connect people with each other. That's when your network starts growing by itself. The strategic approach is simple but deep. Focus on giving value first. Become known as someone who connects, who helps, who shares. When you consistently create value for others, opportunities start coming back to you automatically. But here's what most people miss. Strong networks are not built on trades. They are built on change. Don't just ask what people can do for you. Ask how you can help them grow and grow with them. Your network is not just a list of contacts. It's a living system of opportunities, insights, and support. When you build it strategically, it becomes more than just its parts. It becomes a powerful force for everything you want to achieve. Chapter 8. Career and Work Strategy. The old rules of career success are broken. Working hard and waiting for a promotion is not a strategy. It's a recipe for frustration. Strategic career planning works completely differently. Think of your career like a chess game. Most people only think one move ahead, the next job, the next promotion. But strategic players think in patterns and positions. They create situations where many good things can happen. Here's what makes career strategy so powerful. Every skill you develop, every relationship you build, every project you complete, these are not just achievements. They are assets that keep working for you. Your goal is not just to do good work. It's to position yourself where good work creates continuous positive results. The key is building what we call a career moat. It's a combination of skills, relationships, and reputation that makes you not just valuable, but hard to replace. When you have a career moat, opportunities come to you. You stop competing and start choosing. But here's what transforms this from good to extraordinary. Your career is not a ladder. It's a platform. Each position should give you 3 things: skills you can build on, relationships you can grow with, and opportunities to create clear, positive impact. This is not about office politics. It's about becoming so good they can't ignore you, and so strategic they can't replace you. When you build your career strategically, success stops being about luck or timing. It becomes a natural result of your position and abilities. Chapter 9. Financial Strategy. Integration. Money isn't really about dollars and cents. It's about freedom. Freedom of time, freedom of choice, freedom of impact. But here's what makes financial strategy truly powerful. It's not about what money can buy. It's about what money can build. Think of money like water in a garden. You don't just pour it anywhere. You create systems that direct it to help things grow. Every dollar should either protect you from negative outcomes or create opportunity for positive outcomes. Most people focus on saving money, but strategic thinkers focus on using it effectively. Here's where it gets fascinating. Financial strategy isn't just about growing wealth, it's about growing your ability to create wealth. When you invest in skills, relationships, or opportunities that generate returns, you're not just spending money, you're building money-making systems. Every financial decision should connect to your larger life strategy. Buying a home. Think about location, leverage, starting a business. Consider skill acquisition and value. Taking a job. Calculate the learning benefit. Money becomes a tool for building the life you want, not just a score to keep track of. But here's the game-changing insight. Financial freedom isn't a number, it's a system. It's about creating multiple ways to earn, building assets that work while you sleep, and designing your life so that making money becomes increasingly automatic. This isn't about getting rich quick. It's about building lasting wealth. Wealth that grows while you sleep. Wealth that gives you choices. Wealth that lets you make decisions based on impact, not necessity. When you combine financial strategy with your life strategy, money stops being the goal. It becomes the tool for creating the life you really want. Chapter 10. Health and Energy Strategy. Your health isn't just another part of your life. It's the foundation of everything else. Your energy level affects every decision you make, every interaction you have, every goal you pursue. But most people have it backward. They sacrifice health for success when health is success. Energy management is completely different from time management. You can't create more time, but you can create more energy. When you have more energy, you get more out of every minute you have. It's like improving your entire life's operating system. Here's what makes this so powerful. Your energy isn't just about diet and exercise. It's about recovery, managing stress, sleep quality, and even the way you breathe. Each of these areas can either drain your energy or multiply it. The key is turning them all into powerful tools. Think of your energy like investment money. Every day you have choices about how to invest it. Some activities drain your energy. They are like bad investments. Others generate energy. They are like assets that keep paying dividends. Your goal is to create a set of habits that generates more energy than it uses. But here's what transforms this from good to extraordinary. When you improve your energy, you're not just improving your health. You're improving your entire life's performance. Better energy means better decisions, stronger relationships, clearer thinking, and faster recovery from challenges. This isn't about becoming obsessed with health. It's about being strategic with your most fundamental resource. When you build your health and energy strategically, everything else in your life becomes not just possible, but easier. That's real power. Chapter 11. Time and Focus Strategy. Time isn't just passing. It's flowing through channels you create. Everyone has the same 24 hours. But strategic time management isn't about managing hours. It's about managing attention and impact. Most people try to do more things in less time. But here's the truth. Productivity isn't about speed. It's about leverage. 1 hour of focused strategic work often achieves more than a week of scattered effort. It's not about working harder. It's about working deeper. Think of your attention like a laser beam. When spread out, it barely makes a mark. But when focused, it can cut through steel. Deep work isn't just about concentration. It's about entering a state where your abilities are multiplied, where 1 hour feels like 4, and complex problems become clear. Here's how to make this real. First, identify your prime time, those golden hours when your mind is sharpest. Protect these hours as if they are worth a lot of money, because they are. Then, design your environment to make deep focus your natural state. Remove distractions before they occur. Create triggers that pull you into focused work. But here's what makes this truly life-changing. When you master deep focus, you don't just get more done. You achieve things that others consider impossible. Complex problems become simple, creative ideas appear, and skills develop quickly. Time starts working for you instead of against you. This isn't about becoming a time management machine. It's about creating periods of such deep focus that time seems to expand. When you master strategic time and focus, you don't just manage time better, you go beyond its normal limits. Alex Hines' process also highlights the importance of daily habits. He advises breaking down big goals into small, daily actions. For example, instead of focusing on losing 30 pounds, the habit is to cook every day and go to the gym for 20 minutes. If you want to write a book, the habit is to write 500 words a day. He tracks these habits daily and reviews them weekly in a scorecard document and during a mastermind call with others. Chapter 12, Creativity and Innovation Strategy. Creativity isn't random inspiration, it's a strategic process. While others wait for ideas to appear, strategic thinkers understand that innovation can be engineered, creativity can be scheduled, and breakthroughs can be produced. Your brain naturally connects ideas. But strategic creativity is about connecting the right ideas at the right time. Think of your mind like a laboratory where different concepts can combine and react. The more varied your inputs, the more powerful your combinations become. That's why the most innovative solutions often come from connecting ideas across completely different fields. Here's what makes strategic creativity so life-changing. Instead of trying to create something from nothing, you learn to see patterns that others miss. You develop systems for capturing insights. You build environments that encourage innovation. Every limitation becomes a creative starting point. Every problem becomes an invitation to innovate. The key is what we call creative cross-pollination. Take a solution from one area and apply it to another. When you make these unexpected connections, you create solutions that others can't even imagine. But here's what makes this approach extraordinary. When you treat creativity as a system rather than a talent, you can innovate when needed. You're not waiting for inspiration, you're generating it. You're not hoping for breakthroughs, you're making them happen. This isn't about becoming more artistic. It's about developing the ability to see solutions where others see only problems, to find opportunities where others see only obstacles. When you master strategic creativity, innovation becomes your natural state, not a rare event. Chapter 13, Decision-Making Enhancement. Every decision you make today is writing the story of your tomorrow. But here's what most people miss about decision-making. The quality of your decisions shapes your life far more than the number of decisions you make. It's not about making more decisions. It's about making them better. Think of your mind like a decision-making laboratory. Each choice is an experiment that teaches you something. But strategic decision-makers don't just learn from results. They learn from the process itself. They understand that how you decide is often more important than what you decide. Here's what makes strategic decision-making so powerful. When you understand the structure of choices, you start seeing patterns. You recognize decision traps before falling into them. You spot opportunities others miss completely. Every decision becomes a chance to improve your entire decision-making system. The key is something we call decision stacking. Each choice should prepare you for better future choices. Like a chess player thinking multiple moves ahead, you're not just solving today's problem, you're creating tomorrow's opportunities. This isn't about predicting the future. It's about creating situations that work well no matter what happens. But here's what transforms this approach from good to extraordinary. When you improve your decision-making process, you're not just making better choices, you're becoming a better thinker. Each decision becomes clearer than the last. Complexity becomes manageable. Uncertainty becomes easy to navigate. This isn't about removing mistakes. It's about building a system that learns from every choice, that grows stronger with every decision, that turns uncertainty from an enemy into a friend. When you master strategic decision-making, you're not just choosing better paths. You're becoming someone who naturally makes better choices. Conclusion: your life, designed. Everything we've covered is a complete system for transforming your life. Strategic thinking isn't just one skill. It's the master skill that improves every other skill you have. From understanding the basics of strategic thinking through personal analysis, vision development, and all the way to improving decision-making, you now have a complete set of tools for designing the life you want. Each part connects with and strengthens every other part. Here's what makes this whole system so powerful. Your strategic vision guides your decisions. Your decisions shape your environment. Your environment supports your habits. Your habits generate your results. Your results reinforce your vision. It's not just a collection of tools. It's an interconnected system of success. The most important thing to remember is this. Strategic thinking isn't something you are born with. It's something you build, one decision at a time, one insight at a time, one action at a time. Every time you step back to see the bigger picture, every time you make a decision that matches your vision, every time you create a system instead of just taking action, you're making your strategic thinking stronger. Starting right now, you have a choice. You can keep letting life happen to you, or you can start designing the life you really want. Remember, strategic thinking isn't about predicting the future, it's about creating it, and now you have the tools to do exactly that. Your life is your most important project, and with strategic thinking, you're not just the player, you're the designer of the game itself. So take these tools, use them every day, and watch as you change from someone things happen to into someone who makes things happen. That's the power of strategic thinking. Recap. Takeaways. Here are the key takeaways from today's lesson. Strategic thinking involves seeing the big picture and designing your life rather than just reacting to problems. Personal strategic analysis helps you understand your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Strategic vision. Development means actively picturing your future and working backward to set milestones. Strategic environment design helps you set up your surroundings to make good choices easy and bad choices hard. Resource optimization means multiplying your resources like time, energy, and skills. Risk and uncertainty. Management teaches you to see risks as opportunities for growth and to create backup plans. Growth and learning strategies focus on meta skills that improve your ability to learn everything else. Relationship and network strategy is about building strong, value-based connections that multiply opportunities. Career and work strategy is about building a career moat and positioning yourself for continuous growth. Financial strategy. Integration means using money as a tool to build the life you want, not just as a goal. Health and energy. Strategy focuses on increasing your energy to enhance overall life performance. Time and focus strategy emphasizes deep work and managing your attention for maximum impact. Creativity and innovation. Strategy treats creativity as a system you can engineer for breakthroughs. Decision-making enhancement helps you make better choices by understanding the decision process and building a system that learns. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to English Journey for more content that helps you grow personally and improve your English. Quiz. Now, it's time for a quick quiz. Try to answer these questions based on what you've learned. Write your answers in the comments below. Question 1. What is the main difference between tactical thinking and strategic thinking? Question 2. What are some examples of meta skills? Question 3. How can you use decision unstacking in your life? Question 4. What does it mean to have a career mode? Question 5. According to the story, why is health and energy considered the foundation of everything else? We can't wait to read your answers in the comments. Conclusion. Thank you so much for joining me on English Journey today. I hope this story has inspired you to start using strategic thinking to design the life you want. Remember, every small step makes a difference. Keep learning, keep growing, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye for now.